Hey guys, Modesty here, and congratulations on surviving the apocalypse. Today I'm going to be reviewing for you guys The Invisibles Omnibus by Grant Morrison and a crap ton of artists. The Invisibles is a huge story arc by Grant Morrison, and this omnibus collects all 60 or 70 issues of it. This series was written in the 90s and was written to explain some of Grant Morrison's ideas on time travel and alien abduction and stuff like that. This is a very personal work for Grant Morrison, and to many it's considered to be his best work, and I absolutely agree with that. I think this is definitely Grant Morrison's best work, and it is one of, if not my favorite comic book series of all time. The story follows a cell of invisibles, which are basically soldiers in this war between the Invisibles and the Outer Church. There's many different characters in the Invisibles that are all fully fleshed out and really just interesting characters. There's King Mob, who is a interdimensional time-traveling assassin who is also a scorpion god, and he is really badass. There's a girl who dresses up like a doll, and I can't tell you more of her backstory because that would be a major spoiler, but her name is Ragged Robin. There's a martial art master named Boy. There's a cross-dressing witch named Lord Fanny. And there's Dane McGowan, the second coming of Buddha, the changer of the world. He is the newest character to the Invisibles, and he is how we figure out about the Invisibles. The Invisibles is a really complex story and definitely is not for more unintelligent comic book readers, I guess you would say. It deals with a lot of complex ideas such as time travel, alien abduction, psychedelic drug use, religion. It just deals with a lot of heavy, complex themes that some people might not understand, and some just might not really find very interesting. One thing I really liked about The Invisibles is that when you're reading it, you really feel like just doors are opening up in your head. It's a really smart book with a lot of conspiracies in it, but they really do a good job explaining them, and I don't know, they just seem legit to me for the most part. One cool thing about the artwork is that it's very different depending on which volume you're at. The first volume, for example, they changed artists for every story arc, and then the second volume, it goes to all Phil Jimenez for the entire volume, and then the third volume, it goes back to changing artists for every story arc. There are no particularly awful artists. Some are definitely better than others, Phil Jimenez being one of the best, and also Frank Whiteley is, of course, my favorite, because he's one of my favorite artists of all time. But the art is very good, for the most part. There's some very cartoony stuff, if I can find it. Like this is definitely a very different art style than this or this. So yeah, it's cool to see the art. As for this edition, it is a mixture of glued and sewn binding. Once you get about 1/4 through the book, it opens very flat, but as you can see, it is not the flattest laying book until you get to that point. This edition also comes with a nice slipcase, or not slipcase, dust jacket, that has a glossy thing on the grenade and is sort of frosted over by these words. When you open it, it has another nice little wraparound thing. Also, at the end of this edition, there are a lot of extras. There's all of the concepts, Grant Morrison's original pitch to DC to do this series, some different layouts for the first cover, some pre-character art drawn by Grant Morrison himself. There's also a Gerard Way introduction, just some really cool back matter, but none of it is really the reason to buy this book. Although I would have preferred them to section this book into 3 absolute editions as opposed to this huge 1,500-page mammoth of a book, this is still a very good version to get. This is how I read it. However, I don't know if I would recommend diving straight into this $150 thing without having read the Invisibles first. It's a pretty polarizing book. You're either going to love it or you're going to hate it, and I was lucky enough to love it. I don't recommend this to everyone. I only recommend this to hardcore Grant Morrison or conspiracy, psychedelic, alien abduction, time travel freaks. So, yeah, if you don't fall into any of those categories, I don't think I can recommend this book to you. However, if you do, buy this book. Seriously, do it. Another little side note is that in this particular edition, the last page is missing of the story, and while it does not impact the story, and if you don't know what the last page is, you probably won't even notice it's gone, but thematically it is a pretty important panel, so yeah, there is that, which is sort of a bummer, but if you want to, you can PM me and I can let you know what the last page is. If not, I'm sure you can Google search it, so yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed my review of The Invisibles. Congratulations on surviving the apocalypse. I absolutely love this book. This is one of my favorite series of all time, along with Preacher, even though I have not yet finished that. If I were to give this book a rating, absolutely 10 out of 10. It is fantastic. If this sounds interesting to you, check out the first trade paperback, and if you like it, get the omnibus. It does take a little while to get into, though. It is definitely a series that takes its time. And lastly, I would definitely recommend, if you get a little lost in this book, don't feel bad at all about looking something up, or if you want to ask me, please feel free to comment or PM me. Yeah, I would love to answer any questions. I had to look some stuff up, so don't feel bad about that. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this review. I love this book. Hope you take it into consideration. If you want to purchase this book, please leave me a thumbs up, and more importantly, a comment in the comment section. I'm really excited to bring this review to you, and I hope you all enjoy. Talk to you later.